Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video today we're going to be discussing the moving ROI for the HEX price. And so it looks something like this. Remember, if you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let's go ahead and jump right into this indicator that I made. It's a custom indicator called moving ROI. And essentially it looks at if you had bought and if you had just had as a time horizon, as an investment time horizon, different amounts of time, how much would you be up, right? What would your actual ROI be? So that's why it's a moving ROI. It changes every day. So in terms of the short-term thinkers, this orange curve here is the 1 month ROI. So it pretty much says if you had bought a month prior, what would you be looking at in terms of ROI on any given day, right? So this orange curve you see here is just a month, and as you can see, it crosses beneath this one level. I should talk a little bit about this level, and it's pretty much the break-even level, right? Because if you divide the price on any given day divided by the price of your entry and it's 1, well then you haven't made any money, you haven't lost any money. You're break even. So for the short-term guys, this orange curve, you see that they found themselves to be underwater a few times, a good amount of times. It's almost hit or miss, right? It's like they were up, they were down, they were up, they were down, they were profitable, underwater, and they just keep going on this cycle. And this just kind of emphasizes why short-term traders oftentimes get wrecked. Okay? Now, if you give yourself a longer time horizon, and we look at 3 months here, this green curve, then you see that you find yourself profitable more so than the 1 month guys. So sure, there was this region here where both the 1 month guys and the 3 month time horizon guys were underwater, as well as here. But for the most part, if you have a 3 month time horizon in HEX, historically speaking, you're pretty much profitable, I would dare say 75% of the time, if not more, right? And I would have to take an actual integral of the data to see how much area is beneath this curve, how much area is above this curve. That's a little advanced here. I might do that later in a future video. But let's look at the 6 month guys. Okay, that's this blue curve right here. And you can see that if you have a 6 month time horizon, so half a year in terms of buying your HEX and then selling it if you must do something like that, then you're pretty much, historically speaking, likely to be profitable. See, over here, those guys were up 47x. Of course, there is this time down here where they found themselves down about 30% or so after the big payday dump. But even then, given the fact that they had more coins after big payday, if they were staked, a minimum of 30% extra coins, that's going a little into the fundamentals, right? We should make a completely separate video on that. But for the most part, there was a tiny, tiny period over here where the 6 month time horizon guys would have been underwater for just a few days. Let's see what it actually looks like. Day 345 to day 353 or so. So what, 8 days, and there's a little dip here of like a day or two. So 10 days out of, what is this? Almost 300 days. It's like 3%, right? So 97% or so, 95+% of the people who have a 6 month time horizon when investing in HEX are profitable. Now, I won't even get started on the 1 year. This is just the pink elephant in the room, right? We haven't talked about this. We're going to talk about it right now. If in the past lifetime of HEX, since it started, you had yourself a 1 year time horizon. So you tell yourself, I'm going to buy HEX and I'm not going to touch it for a year, right? I'm not going to sell it for an entire year. Well then, you would be up substantially. Anywhere from 20 to 200x or so, which is damn impressive if you ask me. So what does this illustrate? The fact that the 1 year ROI guys are way out here is that this is a long-term approach. And you've seen this in Bitcoin, for example, where you have a new all-time high every 3 years or so. Like you'd be hard pressed to find yourself underwater if in Bitcoin, for example, you had a time horizon, an investment time horizon of over 3 years. Excuse me. So I expect to see something similar with HEX, and just with most markets in general, holders outperform traders. And that's not my opinion. That's just, I'm sure you could find some statistics on the fact that if you just passively invest, you are likely to outperform those who are actively investing and try to reallocate their portfolios and all that stuff, right? Because in a market like crypto that is highly volatile, trying to time the markets is almost silly, right? Because these things can, as we've seen, for example, last March, you wake up and your portfolio is down 50% or so or more. And that is a volatile market. Cryptocurrency is a risky, volatile market. And so it's the data here is suggesting that if you have a longer time horizon, you are pretty much not guaranteed, right? None of this is financial advice, and that's your generic disclaimer for this video. But the data is suggesting that if you have a longer time horizon, you are more likely to find yourself not only profitable, but much, much, much more profitable than the guys who have a shorter time horizon. So I'll be very excited to when HEX hits the 2-year mark of existence, which will be December this year. Okay, to plot the 2-year guys, because obviously HEX hasn't existed for 2 years, so we can't have that here on the charts yet. But it's exciting to see that longer term holders fare much, much better. And again, it'll be exciting to see how this plays out over the coming months and years. So with that said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe again if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next video. Appreciate you watching. Thanks so much again for 1,000 subscribers. We're already about 1,020 almost subscribers. So all you new Hexicans out here, thanks so much again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Okay? Peace.